All right, everybody, welcome back to the North 40. As you can see, we've got some turkeys flying in, and these first few frames are going to be of turkeys just walking around the property. This is the turkeys crossing the culvert, moving their way towards the lake. And some of the weather they were in was kind of grim. It was raining and kind of cloudy, but nonetheless, they persevered and were all over the property, doing what turkeys do. And this is them kind of rounding up and heading back out, maybe to their nightly nesting area or roosting spots. That one's not convinced, he wants to leave. No, let's go back. The lake is great. Nope, we gotta leave. No, let's go back. That's them heading out. That's one of the new cameras I set up. It's not far off the run camera. It just has a better, longer shot. We'll see what shows up on that in the future. And after this, we shift back over to the rear cameras. We had some pretty foul weather back there, but it didn't seem to bother the deer. They came out in it and fed and had a good time. I guess it's quiet cover for them when it's raining. Maybe it's a lot more peaceful out there, but they're out in it in the evening. Temperature wasn't bad, 66. That's quite warm. And the weather got better, but you can see the rain dumped a lot of water in the back there, and the deer just kind of quietly walk through it and get out to the field and eat fresh grass. I think that's the same ones that went out, just coming back. That one was moving, wasn't it? Boom! Coming in. Something scared him. Alright, we got 7 Point moving into the back, and it's really cute. There's this doe following him around. It's like his little shadow. She's not quite cool enough to hang out with 7 Point. You can see on this next video, he walks back out onto the opening at the end of the slide there, then the end of the shot. She's right behind him. There she is. Alright, we got this deer just rip roaring out of here. I think it's just having a good time out there running around. You see it cut back to the left here in a minute. Well, I thought it was cutting back. There it is. Way out there. Full sprint. That one was funny. The deer just shaking his head. Probably got a bit wet. Just checking things out. It's a small one. One of the yearlings. And this next shot is us going back, checking the camera. We walked all the way back there this time, so we put on the boots and got the walking sticks and four-wheeled it back there. It got pretty nasty in the back. It was pretty thick. So this next slide, coming up here, we got the answer to who was going to eat all the apples we put out, and it was definitely the raccoons. They wiped them out. And they were gone quickly too. You would have thought we'd have more videos with the raccoons eating the apples, but they just came in as a group and just took them all. That's a good shot of looks like a mom and a yearling walking up the lakefront there. It's so clear. It's a great camera. They just stayed in the frame, so I just let it rip. It was perfect. They were perfectly centered. This could be those same two down at the other end of the lake, being caught on the other end of the lake cams. These are some a small group of deer over there by the culvert, just walking out into the main lot. That one went, what? What was that? Coast is clear. And this was a coyote that looked a bit perturbed by the IR flash over there on the north line, and that's a little fat possum walking across the driveway. And that's a bobcat. Check that thing out. It shoots off the side. And just here, coming back up the lake trail, is it the same cat or another cat? I can't tell if it circled back or if it's a different cat. Interesting, but that's one of the best shots of bobcats we've had. Nice long shot. Look at the time. It was during the middle of the day too. This is Nutria, walking down the lakefront. He seems to be a permanent resident now. I'm sure there's a couple of them out there at a minimum. And we've got a raccoon here just cleaning up apples. And I just wanted to wrap this season's YouTube shots up with a small dedication to No Tail. The last 4 videos we caught No Tail running around the property, so he's one of our favorites. He's just a big old raccoon that doesn't have a tail, and he moves a bit slowly, but he's a good old boy. And we caught him on the culvert camera and down by the lake. So I'll catch you all at the end of this year and say, remember to like and subscribe. He's so cute. And tap that notification button if you want to know when the North 40 is going to post. That way you get a alert. No Tail. I'm going to give him some apples. That's a great shot of him too, just kind of waddling along. Bug flying around. He's a cute raccoon. And our last video here is of No Tail himself. And from us and No Tail, have a happy new year 2020. I say North 40 and No Tail out. See you next year.